All right, we're going to talk about priorities. I want to start with you, Stephen, over at Education, and give us your top couple of priorities for this year that you're working on in regards to zero trust architecture.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I mentioned in the data space and the ICAM space where we're rocking solid. For us, the real opportunity on the horizon is around SaaS or SASE, depending on how you want to pronounce it. That's Secure Access Service Edge, and then also SOAR, security orchestration and automation, especially as it relates to our security operation. These two areas combined bring about 90% of a zero trust architecture into possibility. And when we think about those, we're really talking about two areas. We're talking about that idea of the control plane, and that's where a lot of that SaaS technology comes in. And the important part about the SaaS technology, and this is, someone mentioned Sean Connolly's name earlier. When we talk about, how do we really move the idea of the TIC? How do we move that into the cloud? Really, we're talking about SaaS. We're talking about moving the idea of a TICAP, which is a physical construct, into a virtual concept, which is now going to be in the cloud. And that's just a fundamental game changer. That combined with, for example, some of the endpoint client technology where, guess what, end user, you're no longer using a VPN, at least in the way you think you are, because that client on the endpoint is going to handle almost all the encryption, and it's going to be done without your involvement and interaction. Wow, what a win for the end user. And that's really how we start selling zero trust, as it's not only good for the goose and the gander, it's going to make your job better and easier, because a lot of the security interruptions that you may feel you have now, they're frankly going to fade away. On the source side, that gets into kind of that trust engine discussion, and how do we really start the orchestration and automation of actions, starting in the SOC, the react and response side, but then also as we start to bring on newer technologies like the software-defined technologies in the networking space, SOAR gives us the capability to say, wow, that's some funky behavior going on. Why is that asset getting scanned? Because frankly, it shouldn't, and we don't know where the heck that scan's coming from. Tell you what, let's direct that over to the honeynet and throw up a honeypot that looks at those ports that they're looking at, and let's see what they're doing. Let's see if we can capture some tools while we're at it. When we talk about SOAR and SaaS, those are the capabilities that we're bringing to the forefront. And for us in the next 2-3 years, that's really what we're going to be driving hard on.